I think I'm gonna have to stop. This is not the ideal thing that I wanted to do. I don't know what was happening earlier, but I think I'm just gonna have to stop. This might be a signal from the universe for me to just stop streaming entirely. I'm sorry. So I'm probably gonna make. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened earlier, but I don't. I honestly just don't have the energy to redo what I just did for the past few minutes. So I think this might be a universal signal for me to just stop because a lot's happening right now in my personal life. It's okay. But to finish the story that I was trying to say about the Tetris situation. So this is now turning into a just chatting stream now. Here we go. So I'm part of the Tetris scene. I'm a big part of the Tetris scene. I have a friend, I have a coworker who happens to be part of the Tetris scene. Yeah, I can't redo all of what I just did. So just skip part 7. We're just gonna call it 7.5. I'll explain everything of what I just did on Wednesday. So I'm sorry guys. I don't feel like doing that again. I can't do that again. I can't go back. I mean, I can go back, but that's a lot of work, and I just really don't feel like doing that right now. So to finish off the story that I was trying to say, in terms of this year's records, I'm gonna retitle the streams as I go. Gonna do it now. I'm too lazy to do this because I don't care. Okay. There we go. So, as I was trying to talk about earlier, so first off, I was going to talk about the records about Tetris, because some huge things happened in the Tetris scene that I really wanted to talk about from a casual perspective, but then my brain just farted the whole time. So maybe it's a good thing that my stream did not work for, like, this whole thing. So, anyway. Sorry for being so out of character. A lot of things have happened, so please send some good vibes my way. My dad's been pretty under the weather these past 48 hours. He's doing better now, but if you see like some of the streams that I've been doing, I've not exactly been myself. That's partly why. I've kind of been on nursing duty the past few days. So just wanted to give you a heads up. So if in future streams you see me kind of get up or I get called away or it's like stay tuned, I'm like stay tuned, I'm sorry, stay tuned, that's why. And also the other thing is that recently I discovered that my martial arts Shihan, my chief instructor, who there's a recent new one, but the old one, he passed away 2 years ago. I found out literally the second day of the new year. It sucked. So yeah, there's a lot. But I kind of wanted to make it cheerful by talking about Tetris. So I was blabbing about how Blue Scooty, aka Willis, he was the first one to what they call achieve completion of Tetris, which in this case is getting to the point of the game, of the original NES game, where essentially the code can't react the way it's supposed to anymore. So the cartridge, the NES cartridge, the original NES cartridge, though digital entries are allowed too nowadays. But it gets to the point where it's not tapping from the memory. It can't tap from the memory as efficiently anymore. So eventually, at some point, it just struggles to go any higher. And the first kill screen, I believe, is in level 154, where you have to clear a single. Blue Scooty failed to achieve the first kill screen. So the next opportunity for the kill screen was level 156. And that's where he hit. So that's considered the true kill screen, like the true end to Tetris, essentially, is if you hit one of those levels. Then, so he's only 13 years old, and it's really impressive what he did, just because, especially once you get past like level 26, it goes super duper fast. Like you have to be really skilled. It's at that point, it's getting to the point where an average person like myself wouldn't be able to pull off. I mean, maybe if I had some practice, but even at that, it's very, very hard to do those very fast speeds that Tetris players tend to do. So, So that's what happened. He's 13, very very young kid. He plays like 3 to 5 hours a day, which is dedication, I must say. And I think he streams like every 2 or 3 days. So if you want to check him out, it's on Blue Scooty, on Twitch, and I believe it's for Instagram. It's at Blue Scooty 1771. So if you want to check out some of his stuff, please go and do that. But yeah, hang on to the rehearsal part because that kind of gets critical. Now, the second person who gets the record for hitting the kill screen, and it was the one that Blue Scooty was originally aiming for, was Fractal. And I really felt this one because Fractal and Blue Scooty were actually going after the same record at the time that they were doing this. And I'm zooming in on purpose, rest assured, I see the chat. So yeah, Fractal was the second person to get the kill screen. I knew his was coming pretty soon, and he got it, like, literally, like, 24 hours after Blue Scooty got his record. That I think that's what's beautiful about Tetris is that the community is so welcoming. It's so nice. Like, the only other one that I've come across that comes across that warmly is the DDR community. Of course, I could be wrong on my gaming elderly age, so comment down below any other communities I should check out, if not from a playing standpoint, certainly from a reporting standpoint, because I would love to know some more friendly communities, because let's highlight them. We need some more positivity out here right now. And Fractal, I think his stood out just as much too, because, again, like, to borrow anime terms, essentially, like, he and Blue Scooty were basically rivals. Like, they were going after the same thing. But the moment the chat alerted the, like, Blue Scooty's close, Willis is close to breaking the record, Fractal stopped. He stopped his own run and watched to the very end. He stopped and rooted for Blue Scooty. If that's not sportsmanship, I don't know what is. And I think that's why he's gotten so much positive attention. And on top of that, the guy's going to MIT. Like, as a fellow Massachusetts, well, not Massachusetts, like, not MIT, but, like, I'm a Harvard alum. We're kind of under the same umbrella. But as a fellow Massachusetts college alum, man, and on top of that, he's in the video game orchestra. Like, he's just a model player through and through. Like, he helps other players. He's on the message boards. He's active. He is super active in the community along with Blue Scooty, and his resilience is amazing. Like, 1 year, he came second place in the CTWC, the Classic Tetris World Championship that usually happens in, I believe, Vegas? They changed locations and even changed the timing for this year's. It usually happens in October, decided to move it to the summer this year. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, like, he looks out for everybody. Like, he's basically, I think, like, he's basically like the successor of the late, great Jonas Neubauer. Just really, really kind, and he wants to see the scene succeed. And he succeeds in his own right, too. So Fractal is just a model gamer. Like, if you want to aspire to be a gamer or aspire to be like an honorable competitor, look at Fractal. He is the best guy you can see. And then Pixel Andy, third person to get the record. And I think they're going to have like a three person match between the three people, between Blue Scooty, Fractal, and Pixel Andy. Because they are, so far, to date, they are the only people who have technically completed Tetris. If you're curious about this, I know it sounds weird, but if you are curious about this, please go watch a YouTube channel called A Game Scout. I will change my reaction here. Go check out his documentary. His documentaries about the Tetris champions, because the way he tells the story, it's so good. He's the one who got me into the classic Tetris scene in the first place. I've been playing Tetris since I was like 5 or 6 years old, with the original Mac floppy version of Tetris. Like, in fact, every Mac computer has Tetris in it. If you go into the terminal, you can find Tetris on it. It's always programmed. But yeah, I'm a big Tetris player. But obviously with college and grad school, I have not been as active in it. So my reaction time is significantly slowed down. But give me a few months, I might get back to what I used to be. Who knows? Then again, I don't know. My reaction time's been kind of poor lately. But yeah, so Pixel Andy, Fractal, and Blue Scooty. 3 record players that have reached what currently is the peak of Tetris. But apparently there's one more level when it comes to Tetris success, which is what they call the rebirth screen, where essentially you get to the point where I think it's around 256. The colors are basically all loaded out. The final colors are basically all red. And if you finish that level, which I believe it's about 10 lines to clear that one, the game resets itself. And you're back to the beginning. It's what they call the rebirth kill screen, which is the frontier that we have yet to cross in terms of a human player. They've done it through AI, but we haven't done it through humans yet. But considering how far, or maybe it's like a lower 200s, check out the documentaries, they'll tell you what number it is. But regardless of what number it is, the fact that these players got up to like level 156, that goes to show that like humans still have an achievable window in this game, which is pretty impressive. So this is the part that I think I froze. So this is why I wanted to retell this part. So, to preface this, please do not send harassment or hate towards this person. We have enough hate as is. Please don't add any more. It's 2024. It's a new year. Let's change it. That being said, I also understand the frustration. I certainly was upset when I first heard this. So, I watched a video by NBC News, which was really beautiful, where they managed to get together Alexei Pajitnov, who was the original creator of Tetris as a programmable game. If you've never seen the history of Tetris, it's mind-blowing. Like, check out the movie on Apple TV Plus if you can, and just because the history is just wild. But yeah, they managed to get Alexei Pajitnov and Hank Rogers, the original heads. Well, there still are the heads of the Tetris Corporation, and to congratulate Willis Blue Scooty on his achievement. And NBC, they're like, most of those reporters are not gamers, but they understood the gravity of this win, of this success in the gaming world. Now, some of you might already know the situation. Most of us gamers know the situation, but in case you don't, here you go. So, a Sky News anchor. The moment I say that, you probably already know that, like, something's gonna be up. Anyway, a Sky News anchor covered the record on the channel. I mean, of course, it's gonna be on news outlets everywhere. It's basically like world news at this point, right? And then after she just covers the news, she covers the news about the record. Then she says, as a mother, I'd like to recommend to you to take time to put the controller down, go outside, and play with your friends. If she kept it at that, I don't think the internet would have flared up as much. If she kept it at just that, I think it would have been fine. But then she had to go on and say, this is a rough quotation, I might add, if you want to know what she actually said. The clip's pretty easy to find. It's really easy to find. Then she said, completing Tetris should not be your life goal. Excuse me? Are you forgetting that you're talking with a 13-year-old who only spends 3 to 5 hours a day gaming? Like, okay, let's do some calculations here. Got 24 hours in a day. We lose about maybe 8 of them sleeping. And then if it's 3 to 5 hours, let's go with the 5 here. Like 6 or 7 of them you're already spending at school. 8 tops if you're including homework. That's literally nothing. And again, he has friends. From what every single interview you can find says. And I think the part that really outraged people was that this was said literally while Willis is still grieving. Willis got the record. Well, Blue Scooty, Willis, same person, got the record literally like almost 3 days after his dad unexpectedly passed away. He said this right after his dad passed away. Like, read the room. Like, he actually has a school life. And Tetris players are not just people in their basements. They are regular workers. They are people with families. And like I said earlier, Fractal goes to MIT. So, it's not just... We have lives. And it may not look like what the average person looks at it. But we have lives of our own too. And believe it or not, gaming like this is work. Regular streaming like this is work. Esports is about to hit $1 billion industry within the next year. If not, it's already happened this year. If you want to pull that, try it yourself. That's all I'm going to say to her. It's like, if you want to pull that, try it yourself. See if you can even pull off half the thing that he just did. At 13, no less. And then, again, Fractal. He did it in his, like, I don't know how old is he? Like, in his, like, late teens, early 20s? That's still impressive. Try pulling those ridiculous speeds yourself and see how you like it. Probably is pretty good. You wouldn't even get past level 25. Or even 9. That really pissed me off. Because I have been there. I have been at that point where people have bashed my interests or things that I've liked to do. All because it doesn't fit into those things. We don't question when you do sports. We don't question when you pull out your paints or dance. So, why do you question us when we just want to pick up a controller and do our thing? That's the question I want to ask you. Like, as long as it's not interfering with your regular functions of life, outside of the usual suspects. Why does it matter what we do? Why does it matter what we do? outside of our offices, outside of our work, behind the camera. Why does it matter? That's how I feel. Oh, yeah. Ignorance, I swear. That really pisses me off. But that is my job, in a way, is to indirectly educate you on the things that we do. So, yeah. So, I think I'm going to take a pause for a little bit. I think I do have a save file on Quern Undying Thoughts, so I might be able to do all the steps again. It's a lot, but I could do it. But I am a bit tired. I think I'm going to save it until Wednesday. Thank you. I think I'm going to save it until Wednesday because it's been a lot. I don't know what happened earlier. I may just delete part 7, or I may just keep it unlisted, or just say it's broken. I don't know. I don't know what just happened earlier. But yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. But just like anything, we take it a day at a time. So, thank you. Thank you very much. So Wednesday's gonna be a little bit different. So I'm gonna do the kind of a weird 2-parter where I'm gonna do Quern Undying Thoughts the way it was supposed to go. So let's call it part 7.5. And then we would do Pikuniku. Which has been really fun to do. The last one was really fun to do. So, like I said earlier, I have a coffee shop now. So if you want to check out my wares, it is ko-fi.com/Tonders. If you go under the shop tab, there is a New Year's reading special, which is going on until the 31st, or 100 get sold, whatever comes first. There's a lot going on. That is all I'm going to say. There's a lot going on. Let's support the entertainment workers. Let them get through the first few months of 2024. Let's get involved with our local governments, because this year, for a majority of us, it's an election year, the U.S. included. And let's try resurrecting Street Pass in 2024. Let's have some fun with it. Let's see how many we get this year. And here's some of my social media in case you want to check out stuff outside of this channel. All the recordings of this stream will be on my YouTube channel under the live tab, and on Twitch I think it's only on there for 2 weeks, so make sure you catch it the moment you see it. And I have a vlog, I do playlists, all that fun jazz. And finally, this episode was filmed in the lands of the Lenape and the Nanticoke. If you want to learn more, visit native-land.ca. It is very important information, especially if you live in colonized land. So anyway, I'm probably going to go to bed now. But rest assured, I will be much better on Wednesday, right here. I'll be able to, have some full fun with you guys. But I think for now I'm going to take it easy. So anyway, take care, everybody. Stay safe. Especially with the snow. Oh my god. I wish I could show you outside. It's, coated. Actually, maybe I should try to show you outside. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. I might be able to. Okay, I can see my hand. Excellent. See that? That's snow. That is snow. Oh, God. That's winter, y'all. Anyway, take care, everybody. I will see you next time. And, of course, may your heart be your guiding key. Bye, everybody. Sorry for the rough stream. Hopefully I figure out whatever in the world happened with the sound and the video earlier. Because that's never happened before. Fingers crossed.